You are listening to 24-hour third annual Metal Meltdown tribute to Earl Root. We are the Root of All Evil crew, bringing you heavy metal all day today, Thursday, May 27th. If you're tuning in, hoping to hear KFAI, well, this is the type of stuff that KFAI is all about, is it not? Well, if you're a big metalhead, we're so glad you're here. If you were just tuning in randomly and catching it, we're also so glad you're here. We're hoping you'll find something you'll like, something to support. KFAI has meant the world to this metal community, and we are just trying to help raise some money for the station as well as for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, who are fighting against cancer that took the founder of the Root of All Evil, Earl Root, 13 years ago. That last track you heard was Villertak with Dendrophil for Yggdrasil from the 2016 album Natisferd. Wolfblood, a local Minnesota band in there, covering Funkadelic. I've got a thing, you've got a thing, everybody's got a thing. More local music from United Teachers of Music. That was Orion's Belt from the album The Dreams of Beasts Must Die, and started off that set with Girl School. The track was Come On, Let's Go. If you are interested in donating to support Root of All Evil, to support KFAI, to support the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, you can head over to kfai.org and drop in a donation. $25 gets you a sweet Root of All Evil sticker pack, both with event stickers from today as well as some cool legacy stickers. $50 gets you a t-shirt for the event. This artwork is so cool. If you really think it's sweet, you can also bid on it. We're auctioning the original hand-inked framed artwork over at the Facebook page KFAI's The Root of All Evil Show. And for $66.60, you can get both the shirt and the sticker pack. MTL companies and Curbside Waste, two local businesses, are also matching the donations up to $666 today. So the first $666 in donations will be matched by those companies. They'll be giving that gift directly to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Big thanks to them for helping support the station and support this research. Now, we've got, I had music planned. It's incredible. I came in with all this music, and then you're dumping requests on me, which is exactly what we want. We want those requests. We want to make this sort of a communal event. Obviously we still can't have tons of people in the studio as we would normally love to, but your requests, your calls, your stories, those are what help make this event great. So coming up, I've got a couple more requests, starting off with one that I really loved. It's a request for an Anvil cover. I was told that I was playing some great covers and people wanted to join in on the fun. And I actually almost wore my signed Anvil shirt today from when I saw them, I think back in 2011. Anyways, this is Crystal Viper with their cover of Metal on Metal. You are listening to KFAI, and once again, this is the third annual Metal Meltdown tribute to Earl Root, put on by the Root of All Evil and the other KFAI heavy music shows. Stay tuned, keep listening, donate if you're able. Thank you so much.
Metal, metal, it's what I crave. Loaded and better, turning my grave. Metal, metal, it's time to bleed. Cranking it up, fulfilling my needs. Metal, metal, shaking the place. Blows back your head, eggs in your face. Metal, metal, feeling the grind. I've got a hammer, I'm fixing to find. Metal, metal, it's start to play. Venom and leather, it's just a thing.
Keep on rockin', keep on rockin'.
To this metal today.
Keep on pounding, keep on pounding.
Johnny Heavy Metal Fight. Metal, metal, racing so high. Excitement and action won't pass you by. Metal to metal, the higher breed. True to the end, I fire the beat. Metal, metal, he's got a rise, kicking it on with screams and cries. Metal, metal, never will die. Bodies and corpses, keep it alive. Metal, metal, it's the only way to crave tomorrow. Let's live for the day.
Keep on rockin', keep on rockin'.
To this metal today.
Keep on pounding, keep on pounding.
Johnny Heavy Metal Fight.
Oh, no, it couldn't be. They're not actually playing it. Oh, my goodness. They are. It's Mr. Rogers.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for a beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine?
Are you that friendly kind of neighbor person? Well, if you are, you must be the kind of person that listens to KFAI 90.3 FM in Minneapolis and St. Paul. That neighborly kind of radio that is well worth paying for.
Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you please? Won't you please? Please won't you be my neighbor?
No one is born strong, built of the dead. To snakes and to bastards, ain't killed us yet. But tonight you're leaving all behind. Cast down your just turn electric and fine. Nobody needs to know if you're a castrol or a crow. All the fastest paying speed today. With no compass fight, come control the skin. That's not how you can in Speed City. There is a song louder than sorrow. The dream is yours to taste tomorrow. Kick down the door and night behind the sign. The world is rotten. Take a deep bite. Break out the marrow from the other side. Just keep one foot out of the black, my friend. Come through the wreckage of your dreams again. Someday you're gonna wish you were still half as good as them. So make tonight your bitch and Speed City. Speed City! No one is monster. Speed City!
You are listening to Fresh Air Community Radio, KFAI 90.3 FM HD Minneapolis, and on the web at kfai.org. Radio without boundaries. My name is No Name Nate, with the third annual 24-hour Metal Meltdown tribute to Earl Root, brought to you by The Root of All Evil, as well as Roar the Underground, Shadow Planet, Gorth, all the other heavy music shows here on KFAI. We're bringing you the loud, the jubilant, and sometimes angry, aggressive music here for 24 hours. We've been on since midnight. We'll be here to midnight. And fortunately, I'm going to be here only for another hour. Well, unfortunately, I actually really enjoy this. I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't. But, I'm going to hand it over to someone else. That last set was exactly what I love about our listeners, about KFAI listeners, about Root of All Evil listeners, is that was an entire request set that we crowdsourced, like the perfect speed metal set. That was just awesome. That last track was Speed City by Midnight Dice, requested by Bill. Pyreworks ahead of there, requested on our Spinatron chat. The track was Red Snow, that instrumental track, and then Crystal Viper requested by someone, and Crystal Viper covering Anvil's Metal on Metal started us off there. That speed metal classic. Really, I can't say enough about how well those requests all fit together, and that was just coincidence. That's just what you all do. Speaking of you all, before I forget, I want to give a shout out to everyone, or the people who've donated so far that we haven't given a shout out to. So thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Mark, Kirk, Stephanie, James, Lisa, Jason, Chris, Jason, different Chris, Bexley, William, David. We're getting so much traction. This is incredible. If you want to make a donation, again, we are raising money for KFAI, the station that Earl Root called home, that has housed the root of all evil. Let us do our thing for 33 years. If you want to make a donation, head over to kfai.org. It will not only go to KFAI, but 10% of the proceeds will be going to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Earl Root tragically passed of non-Hodgkin's regenerative lymphoma 13 years ago. And because this 24-hour takeover is in his honor, we thought it was only right to help out a place doing the research to make sure that the world doesn't lose the next Earl Root, or at least whoever comes closest. We're also doing some donation matching. The first $666 donated today are generously being matched with a gift directly to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, thanks to MTL Companies and Curbside Waste. And also, would be remiss not to mention that if you have seen the incredible artwork, poster art for this event today, and think it's just awesome, you can go over and bid on the original hand-inked framed artwork on our Facebook page. That's KFAI's The Root of All Evil show. Not going to take up too much of your time yammering on. You want to hear the music. You don't necessarily just want to hear my voice. I only have so much to say. So we're going to get back into it. We're going to shift gears in terms of genre a little bit, get sort of into some spacey, modern, almost sort of post-metal-y stuff. We're going to hear some local music by unfortunately now defunct band Mayeth. I've got it on vinyl. I'm queued up, ready to spin. I'm so excited to play that. Before that, we're going to hear some Cengiz Tron, who got famous sort of in the mid-2000s playing a weird combination of punky, grindy, aggressive music with like sort of Nintendo video game sound effects, but their new album, very different. And I think you're going to like what you hear. I really do. So this is Cengiz Tron with Dream Weapon off the album of the same name. Just came out, I believe, last year or early this year. And you are listening to KFAI. This is Fresh Air Community Radio.
Metal Meltdown is here. Donate now to help keep metal on the airwaves at KFAI and support LLS. And to help us out, MTL companies and Curbside Waste are matching your donation up to $666 with a gift to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. 2 great causes and 1 great dude, Mr. Earl J. Root. But dude, check out the sweet stickers and killer t-shirt you can get as a thank you gift, but only if you donate now at kfai.org. Dude, that's so metal.
You are listening to KFAI 90.3 FMHD Minneapolis. This is the third annual Metal Meltdown 24-hour tribute to Earl Root, put on by your favorite KFAI heavy music shows, The Root of All Evil, Roar of the Underground, Shadow Planet, Glorth Radio, etc., bringing you all sorts of heavy music, all sorts of aggressive music, all sorts of weird but pretty music like that last track in honor of our heavy metal founder, Earl Root, who started the show 33 years ago and unfortunately passed away of non-Hodgkin's regenerative lymphoma 13 years ago. He was the host for 22 years, and we're just trying to carry on his legacy best we can. So we're calling for your donations. 10% of all money raised today will go to LLS, which is the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. They helped Earl out, and they're helping keep the world free of cancer, hopefully. That's their research goal. And then money is also, of course, going to KFAI itself, the station that Earl Root called home and gave a home to heavy metal on the radio here in the Twin Cities. And we mean real heavy metal. That last track was called C, so SEA, by Sarah Longfield. She's a guitarist, and well, when I was first introduced to her, she was mainly known as sort of a modern shred guitarist, and now she is, but I guess is primarily like a YouTuber focusing on guitar. I guess she kind of went that solo route, but also has a band, The Fine Constant. Really cool, sort of shreddy, jazzy stuff, often in the vein of like Animals as Leaders or other projects, but a really cool, really talented person. And I love checking out her music. Cloud Kicker ahead of that, more instrumental metal with Oh God from the album Beacons. local music. Maith in there with Naga off of Shrouded Mountain, which I was actually playing off of the turntable off of their beautiful green vinyl record. And I think this Tron started off the set with Dream Weapon from their 2021 album, Dream Weapon. So that one just came out. It's their first album in, I believe, over a decade. And boy, is it a departure. Shout outs to Aaron, Cynthia, Barbara, Mark, and others who have donated since I last got on mic. You are all really turning out. It's incredible. I think we're up to the, we've gotten up to $666 matching donations to LLS thanks to MTL Companies and Curbside Waste. And we are also still auctioning off the original hand-inked framed artwork for the event poster on our Facebook page. That's KFAI's The Root of All Evil show. There should be a pinned image of that artwork, and you can bid in the comments if you want a really, really cool piece of local art. Anyway, I think that's all the spiel I have to say about this event, which we're so glad you're listening. Thank you to everyone who's listening, whether you're a metalhead or whether you're just a KFAI listener who wants to support the communities that KFAI supports. We understand that we're superseding some of the other programming with this, and we hope you'll find something you enjoy, something you appreciate, or that events like this are what you appreciate about KFAI. So thank you to everyone listening, regardless of if you came here with intention or if you're just stumbling upon our wild, heavy little event. I'm No Name Nate. I'm going to be here with you for, next half hour or so until 11. Then Sean from Glorth Radio is coming in, so you're going to hear all sorts of what I'm sure is doom, sludge, psychedelia. I actually don't know what he's got coming on. It might be completely different than Glorth Radio, but if it's anything like what he plays on the usual Wednesday shifts, it's going to be great. I guarantee it. I cannot legally guarantee anything, but wink, wink, nudge, nudge. We're going to keep going. If you liked that sort of modern shreddy stuff, or if you're more of a fan of sort of classical shreddy stuff, we're going to get into some power metal stuff here. Symphonic metal, prog metal, all sorts of, if you're a guitarist, you're going to like this next set. We're going to start things off with Amberian Dawn with He Sleeps in a Grove, and you are listening to the 3rd annual 24-hour Metal Meltdown tribute to Earl Root here on The Root of All Evil.
To find his holy grave, there's only way to come over the road with beautiful bright song. Wandering over tracks of struggle or fight, for an ending life. Never say we'll stand beside, though they've forgotten this wandering soul. God is this baby, Father was saving, thank you for covered with cold winter snow. Northern winter in darkness and cold makes the ice in his spring in his lonely soul. Sitting next to his own frozen corpse, he wishes he could rest and hold no more. After the winter came the blooming spring, my poor animals within. When his body rested flowers and red, as longing his blood-stained bed. Never say we'll stand beside, though they've forgotten this wandering soul. God is his baby, Father was saving, thank you for covered with cold winter snow.
KFAI is proud to sponsor the Under the Canopy Summer Music Series at the Hook and Ladder Theater, featuring a wide variety of musical acts in an outdoor, socially distanced, reserved seated environment. Performers include Rich Mattson and Van Israel, Venus de Mars and Maida, Lady Lark and Sophia Ares, Plant-Based Poets featuring Carnix the Executioner, and more. Information and tickets at thehookmpls.com.
This year's Metal Meltdown is ready to take it to 11. We're celebrating Earl Root's legacy, raising important dollars for KFAI, and MTL companies and Curbside Waste are generously matching $666 with a special gift to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. KFAI is also donating 10% of the money raised today to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Donate now at kfai.org to keep metal alive on KFAI and to help ensure that cancer can never claim the next Earl Root. Donate now at kfai.org.
Open my eyes in a daze. How long has it been? Am I so out of place? What I can no longer feel. My mountain is gone, I'm surrounded by steel. The strangest of structures arises ahead. Seems to be held up by nothing. Where have I gone? Do I dream? How could the stars be all I can see? Has someone awakened me? Please show me your face. Cold and quiet space. Out, so far beyond stars and the sun, filling my heart up with wonder. Unknown. Now, to the edge of imagination. Open my eyes to phenomenon and hope. Feverishly I explore, searching for someone, there has to be more. I can't be the only one here. My path always guides me, there's nothing to fear. Then why do I feel so immensely alone? This can't be the end of my story. Onward I go once again, fighting my way to my final breath. And today you're back. So far beyond stars and the sun, filling my heart up with wonder. Unknown. Now, to the edge of imagination. Open Open my eyes to phenomenon and hope. Following the strength of millenniums past, forged by the fire and flame. I am the weapon of empire's past, immortal as more than a so far beyond stars and the sun, filling my heart up with wonder. I know now to the edge of imagination. Open my eyes to phenomenon and hope. Cry into the chasm ahead, into the sky never ending. Although time will tell if I'm worthy of it, a future of final transcending. I'm searching for question number one. Uncreation tunes the vertex of the sun. Inside my planetary gear, the machines are counting heavens. I'm coming closer, coming near, and I'm searching all day and I'm searching all night for the sonic of truth and the hole in the sky. I stay between the hours and fill them with sand. My destiny's turning
It's all unsolved for promised land. After nation number 9, I will stop this elevator where the time keeps on referred. And this clockwork is made cutting holes in the sky. I will drink from a source called the liquid of
The following is a test of the emergency broadcast system. This has been a test of the emergency broadcast system. The broadcasters of your area, in voluntary cooperation with federal, state, and local authorities, have developed this system to keep you informed in the event of an emergency. If this had been an actual emergency, the attention signal you just heard would have been followed by official information, news, or instructions. KFAI serves the Hennepin, Anoka, and Ramsey County areas at 90.3 FM. This concludes the test of the emergency broadcast system.
Our supporters help power the content you love. Help fuel our frequencies by becoming a monthly donor today at kfai.org/donate.
Programming is supported by April Sellers Dance Collective, presenting Rumble Strips, an outdoor, physically distant dance experience at Caponi Art Park in Eagan. In Rumble Strips, Sellers' team of dancers and musicians use music and humor to explore political landscapes and imagine a non-oppressive, non-binary gender future. Rumble Strips premieres at Caponi Art Park on June 5th and 6th. More information, including a video blog documenting the creation of the piece, is at aprilsellers.com.
Oh, the sign of the free. Now I say the word. Feeling no fear through the mind. But I keep the faith. One side I'm shaking the ground. Not a time to hide. Your heart is beating so hard. Not a time to die.
You are listening to KFAI 90.3 FM HD Minneapolis and on the web at kfai.org, radio without boundaries. You are, that's the station you're listening to. The program you're listening to is the third annual 24-hour Metal Meltdown tribute to Earl Root, the late great founder of the Root of All Evil. That is, as far as we know, the longest running heavy metal radio show in the world. Been going for over 33 years. Earl Root took the reins of that, started it in 86 until his death in 2008 of non-Hodgkin's regenerative lymphoma. Excuse me, that's a mouthful. And we are raising money in his honor, both for KFAI, the station, as well as the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. 10% of all money raised today will go to LLS. And we're also have a generous donation match from MTL Companies and Curbside Waste, who've matched up to the first $666 donated today. And the last way to donate, well, there's so many, but the last big thing is we are also auctioning off the original artwork for the event poster, which is incredibly cool. It's hand-inked, framed. That's over on our Facebook page. KFAI's The Root of All Evil. Hop in on the comments, place a bid, and that too will go to these great causes. That last track was by request from Ezra, who I believe is part of Begravement, who will be playing live tonight during Roar of the Underground, which is just awesome. Can't wait to see that band play live. Great local death metal. We'll also be hearing a live set from Redshift in the 6 o'clock hour, another awesome local band. So really just keep it tuned here for the, until midnight. We're going to be here. We're going to be talking, and hopefully you're enjoying the ride. Vandenplas ahead of that with Holes in the Sky from the Seraphic Clockwork, Unleash the Archers, some new power metal that came out in 2020, and Amberian Dawn, He Sleeps in a Grove, one of my absolute favorites from them. Shout outs to Randy and Ryan, our two most recent donors. We're doing great. You're all turning out an incredible amount to raise money for these great causes. Can't stop now. We've got a goal of $4,000, and we'd love to reach that over the course of these 24 hours. Now, I am going to hop off the mic and turn it over to Sean, who's going to be playing some music real quick here. So we're gonna hand that over to him. I'm trying to talk as I do some technical stuff, but yeah, it's 11 a.m. You're listening to the third annual 24-hour Metal Meltdown tribute to Earl Root in support of KFAI and the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. And again, thank you for listening. Anybody who's out there in Radio Land, I used that cliche, didn't I? Anyone who's out there listening for the metal, we can't thank you enough. You've always been so supportive of us. It's incredible. If you're out there just a KFAI listener tuning in, KFAI listeners really are the best. We know you love the eclecticism. We know you love how it's feels like a different station every hour, and that's what we're doing. It's gonna be like a different metal station every couple hours here. So heavy music, but hopefully you'll enjoy it all, or at least find something to enjoy. So once again, you're listening to KFAI 90.3 FM HD Minneapolis, streaming online at kfai.org if you're not in the cities. And now we're going to hand it over to Sean of Glorth Radio.
George W. Bush, I'm the first president ever to say, vote for me, I look forward to blowing up America with the ultimate goal of a new world order. Violence is a consistent theme of American strategy, from the Marshall Plan to the Reagan Doctrine. A new world order. A campaign of global scale, a global response, no matter how long it takes. A new world order. What we are looking at is good and evil, right and wrong. A new world order. God bless America. God bless America. God bless America. A new world order. 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 A new world order.
What's made of metal and runs all day? A fabulous bending robot? No, it's KFAI's Metal Meltdown. Join us for our annual tribute to local legend Earl Root, founder of the longest-running metal show in the country, The Root of All Evil. This Thursday, all day. Get your engine started and throw your horns up.
All right, are we set? I think we're set. There we go. Let me just say right out of the gates, the first thing that I have to say is that I think that this is the weather outside is wildly appropriate. Wildly appropriate for the beautiful voice of George H.W. Bush. Ladies, I New World Order. I do believe that that was the updated mix of the New World Order song that it was previously off of. Psalm 69. I won't say the rest of that. Being, of course, from Ministry. I think that this was the cover or remix from Rantology, if I'm not mistaken. My name is Sean Lipscomb here. I am contributing here to a very special day, the event that you undoubtedly know all about already. You've probably been listening for a while. It is the one and only Metal Meltdown, the third annual Metal Meltdown here at KFAI in honor of the man himself, the one and only Earl Root, ladies and gentlemen. And I would like to start off by thanking, I'm going to have to thank everybody. I'm going to have to start off by thanking Dr. Beast. I'll thank Mara. I'll thank all of the Shadow Planet crew, the one and only Mr. Munch. I think I pronounced his name correctly. I'll thank Roar of the Underground and the rest of the Root of All Evil crew for inviting me on. And thank you for only giving me 2 hours. I think that's just 2 hours is going to be just fine. I don't think I could handle anything more. So as always, you can follow along. I think we actually have 2 chats going. We have the Spinatron chat there. And then we have, of course, the Discord chat, which would be kfai.org/chat. If you would like to jump on, please do make requests. I will actually play them. I'm totally out of my league. This is not my silly ass show now. It is the Metal Meltdown. and I am going to have some fun. I have all kinds of goodies to get to here, and I will start off by, well, I'll say this one more thing here. KFAI.org would be the best way that you can donate and get your goodies, as well as no doubt Nate has previously told you, and I finally had the pleasure of meeting him for the very first time. And of course, just like everybody else, he's a great guy. Man, can I just find one program show host that's not nice here at KFAI? One of these days. I'm still holding out hope. 25 buckaroos will get you the sticker pack, including all 3 event stickers, including some retro legacy stickers, and then $50 will get you the event t-shirt, and $66.60 will get you both. Don't forget, MTL companies and Curbside Waste are also matching donations up to $666 today with a donation, and that will all go directly to LLS. So we are going to jump into some music here. Thank you again for joining me. Thank you again to Nate and the rest of the crew here. My name is Sean Lipscomb, and this is the 3rd annual Metal Meltdown here on Fresh Air Radio.
It's a reflection, the remains of yesterday. Of what's good, away from the destruction of all. From the destruction of all. The episodes will get me. Running from cover. Everyone comes to an end. This bad, a new beginning. Well, we suffer the tide of all of the new age. Love was a man, let's win. No more human kind. All remains of yesterday. Running for cover. The echoes walk as me. Running for cover. Let the world comes to an end. Whoa, that's bad. A new beginning. Whoa, we suffer the tide of all of a new age. Tell me why we have survived. What they have suffered. We are the chosen ones, and we will not falter. As well, make this suspend will never This is the end! This is the end! This is the end! We are the new rulers of this world! This is the end! We are the last ones left! This is the end! We are the rulers of the new world! We are the last ones left! We are the new rulers of this world. There's no one left. There is no one left. This is the end! This is the end of the world! This is the end! This is the end of the world! This is the end!
Programming on KFAI is supported by Southside Pride Monthly newspaper. Locally owned and operated, Southside Pride supports the racial and cultural diversity of the many neighborhoods that make up South Minneapolis. More information is available at southsidepride.com.
This year's Metal Meltdown is ready to take it to 11. We're celebrating Earl Root's legacy, raising important dollars for KFAI, and MTL companies and Curbside Waste are generously matching $666 with a special gift to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. KFAI is also donating 10% of the money raised today to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Donate now at kfai.org to keep metal alive on KFAI and to help ensure that cancer can never claim the next Earl Root. Donate now at kfai.org.
Very well said. Very true. Fresh Air Radio. It is right now the one and only. It's the 3rd annual Metal Meltdown here in KFAI studios. And I am just having a good old time here. I hope I didn't scare anyone away quite. Well, I'm sure I did. Sean Lipscomb here doing a 2-hour segment here for the Metal Madness, the Metal Meltdown. And I started off, of course, if you remember, if you tuned in earlier at 11 a.m. by thanking everyone for having me on board. But I really need to thank whoever it was that brought in all these donuts. Lots of donuts in the station today. So, and which is fitting because I'm talking about ice cream on Facebook. So ice cream and donuts and metal only here. Fresh Air Radio. Oh, thank you to the one and only Geeky Matt. Not MG, but a different Matt. One of many Matts, an army of Matts. There's so many KFAI Matts that you lose track of the Matts. Too many Matts to count. If it's not Matts, it's kitties. But this time it was a Matt and Mr. Munch I saw peeking his head around the corner there. So there's people, and there he is. Right on. We're having fun here in KFAI headquarters, as we always do. It's all about having fun and a really good cause as well. Do go to kfai.org. If you have some cash to spend, it's going to go to a great cause. 10% of all the money raised today will go to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, the very same organization that did help out Earl Root before. And I do want to also thank the program show hosts from those aforementioned metal shows here on KFAI for telling me a little bit more about Earl Root, who, I mean, I was familiar with him, but not very much so. And the more I find out about the guy, the more it just seems like he was an upstanding dude all around, as is expected here at KFAI. So back to the music. What was it that Geeky Matt requested? It was Deaf Heaven. We listened to the song Brought to the Water. That would be off the 2015 album New Bermuda. And then before that, as soon as I knew that I was going to do this, I'm like, I got to play some Leviathan. I know it's going to freak me, you know. I had to do it. It's one of my favorites. That would be one of the one-man black metal bands, The Project, out of California, I believe. Mr. Jeff Whitehead, who used to be I think, pro skateboarder and is now, I think, a traditional tattooist, is based in Chicago. I could be wrong about that. Nevertheless, it was his band, Jeff Whitehead, aka Rest. It was Leviathan, and we heard the song Merging with Sword Unto Them off his 4th album, Massive Conspiracy Against All Life. And then before that, we went back in time to a simpler time, sometime in the early 2000s when I was at the Rock, chilling in line there, going to see a concert from a Minneapolis band that might ring a bell for some of you, and I had to play it because I have tinnitus in my ears to this day because of this very same concert. It was the band Nehemiah. We heard, I believe, song number 6 off of their album The Asphyxiation Process, or the album The Asphyxiation Process. The song was Awaiting Eshel. You guys remember Nehemiah? Then before that, bringing us in, it was one of the very first metal. If it wasn't one of the first, it was the first metal song that I played on my own show, Glorith Radio, which is the Stoner Rock show from 2 to 4. It was God Forbid, the band from New Jersey. End of the World was the song. I believe the first song off Constitution of treason here, starting us off today. And already almost an hour has already transpired. We're having fun here. So thank you again for tuning in. Thank you again for supporting us. And keep in mind, oh, my phone's ringing. Should I answer it on air? It's I don't know what number this is. I've always wanted this to happen so that I could answer it on air, but I'm not going to do it now. We'll jump right back into some music. Clearly, it is time for that. We'll do it right here, right now. Thank you for joining me. It is the 24-hour Metal Meltdown, the third annual, in honor of Mr. Earl Root. Thank you for joining me.
forsaken, baby. Stir it on and me. station. We dance the stone death naked by the shore. I hear a song forevermore. Illumination, new death sensation. This world is not here to stay. Staying up on the wing of the power. All these smiling bits, he is giving to blood. Oh yeah. Groups of your garden and I hear you on this telephone, yeah, I'm melting my tail. A club will kill me in the talking room, oh yeah. Take your time and take your life. I'll give you taste with this no knife. Our feet is on the stick. Fill my pain with a nice spin. Back, 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 back. On you, I can see through. I'll take the gun out of my mouth and point it at you. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Yeah, 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 oh yeah! their mouths are closing. Sweet smells from all around. Their tiny bodies bow. Eyes blacked out over wide. Silhouette formaldehyde. We serve them pickles slow. But in the yard for sure. I hear them calling. Shadows are falling. There are things in your heart. There's no denying. Red eyes are crying. There are things in your heart. There are things in your heart. They talk inside my head. I hear them calling. Shadows are falling. There are things in your heart. There's no denying. Red eyes are crying. There are things in your heart. There are things in your heart. Reprogram.
It's the show with the electronic
jams
that swim in the stars and
bump in the cars.
Anytime and live from 4 o'clock to 6 a.m. on Thursdays.
Jam it on a birthday.
Pump it on a holiday.
And you know what they say.
Get with the program, reprogram, get with the program, reprogram, get with the program, reprogram.
Metal Meltdown is here. Donate now to help keep metal on the airwaves at KFAI and support LLS. And to help us out, MTL companies and curbside waste are matching your donation up to $666 with a gift to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. 2 great causes and 1 great dude, Mr. Earl J. Root. But dude, check out the sweet stickers and killer t-shirt you can get as a thank you gift, but only if you donate now at kfai.org. Dude, that's so metal.
Programming is supported by April Sellers Dance Collective, presenting Rumble Strips, an outdoor, physically distant dance experience at Caponi Art Park in Eagan. In Rumble Strips, Sellers' team of dancers and musicians use music and humor to explore political landscapes and imagine a non-oppressive, non-binary gender future. Rumble Strips premieres at Caponi Art Park on June 5th and 6th, More information, including a video blog documenting the creation of the piece, is at aprilsellers.com.
All right, and we're back here on Fresh Air Community Radio. It's KFAI 90.3 FM HD Minneapolis and on the web at kfai.org. It's radio without boundaries, and it is not democracy now, much to the dismay of the numerous callers that have been hitting the station up, wondering where is it Amy Goodman? I think it's Amy Goodman. I must admit it is, and I'm not typically on that later. I'm on from 2 to 4. But it is a little different being here just a little bit early. When I've subbed for people at night, that was a big difference. Totally different vibe when you're on air at night. It does change, and I was having a great conversation with the one and only Mr. Munch. I'm going to be laughing about that for a while. We're having fun in Studio 4, and that's a great thing. And speaking of having a great conversation, I just got off the phone with the program show host of Fubar Omniverse. First of all, amazing title for a show. She was, and again, another nice person. I'm really freaking out. You guys are freaking me out. Maybe it's because I'm from the burbs and I'm not used to, MN nice. I didn't think that was a real thing. And then, you'd think that people would be more a-holes in the city, right? As opposed to and it's totally bass-ackwards. But no, she was filling me in with some more stories about Earl Root that, from what I'm piecing together about this individual, he was, as she said, a force of nature. And it is an honor here to do this with all of you in honor of Earl Root. It's the Metal Meltdown, the 3rd annual. So 10% of the proceeds, if you want to send us some cashola to kfai.org, will be going to LLS, Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Earl Root passed away, I think, here in 2008. He has been doing Root of All Evil for over 20 years. And the guy was clearly a legend. And the more I'm hearing about him from fellow program show hosts here and volunteers at KFAI, it's really kind of blowing my mind. He was clearly a stand-up dude. And like I said, it's an honor to be doing this right now. Plus, also thank you again to the host of Fubar Omniverse for finally informing me of what a gore check was. That's how much of a noob I am. So I kept seeing it pop up on the Discord chat, and now I know what a gore check is. So we're getting there. We're getting there. We're going to be doing some other fun stuff here. I should probably tell you what I played here. Alaster was the band, one of the most recent singles that was pre-released here for their upcoming album. I believe their sophomore album, Onwards and Downwards, will be the name of the album. That's going to be via Writing Easy Records. The song was Dead Things in Jars. Very much a doom band, although their first single was a very kind of stoner rock vibe, very different, but I absolutely loved this song, Dead Things in Jars. Had to cue it up. Very fitting for what we got done listening to previous to that, which was, I had to throw it in there, having a little bit of a glorthy take here. It was Acid Bath, not one but two songs, one slightly edited song. We first heard New Death Sensation, the very beginning of it. And that would be from their second album and last album, Pagan Terrorism Tactics. That would be with the album artwork of none other than Jack Kevorkian, I believe, which always reminds me of that movie, which I thought was very good. I think it was via HBO where Al Pacino played Jack Kevorkian. It's called You Don't Know Jack. Very, very recommended. But again, New Death Sensation, Pagan Terrorism Tactics. And then after that, we went from their second album back to their first album, one of my favorites, one that I play on my show quite a bit. We listened to the song The Mortician's Flame. That would be from When the Kite String Pops, with that album artwork featuring none other than, I always thought it was Ed Gein, and I said that previously on one of my shows, just another one of the things that I got wrong there, but it's actually John Wayne Gacy. Is it John Wayne Gacy that's from Wisconsin, or is that Ed Gein? I know that there's some program show hosts out there that would definitely know. Nevertheless, it was a self-portrait from John Wayne Gacy that graces the album of When the Kite String Pops. And I always noticed very much a Jim Morrison kind of inspiration, we'll say, when it comes to the lyrics of Dax Riggs. And when listening to that for the first time, I just now picked up on it, that he basically just word for word, there was an entire line from a Doors song in The Mortician's Flame. A cold woman will kill me in a darkened room. That was definitely off L.A. Woman, Cars Hiss by My Window, if I'm not mistaken there. So dialing it in or what, dude? Before that, my voice is totally going here. It was the Melvins. First time I've played that on air. At the Stake was the song. That was off the classic Stoner Witch. And then before that, I knew I was going to play some Dissection, but I just went with one of their brief instrumental tracks there. Into Infinite Obscurity was the song, and that would be off Somber Lane. The Somber Lane, personally my favorite Dissection album. Love that album. A lot of people like Storm of the Lights Bane and think that that's the ultimate, but man, for me, it's Somber Lane all the way. So there you go, Dissection, Melvins, 2 songs from Acid Bath, and then finally the brand new Alastor here on not Glorith Radio, but the 24-hour Metal Meltdown in honor of the one and only Earl Root. Again, kfai.org. Send us some cash. It's going to a great cause. And do remember, MTL Companies and Curbside Waste will be matching donations up to $666 today, with a donation going, all of that will go to LLS. So there you go. We have a request coming in from one of the Matts. MG, this time the lighthouse keeper, as I call him. He says that Matt Pike is calling. Actually, there's a phone call calling into the studio right now. So you tell me, do you want to hear High on Fire or Sleep? Let me know in the Discord chat and we'll get to it. Thank you for joining me. It's the Metal Meltdown.
This is Bob Vineyard with Immolation, and you're listening to the root of all evil. So be metal.
The body goes out of maximum good. In the body's body with the purity of the knowledge of the name of the name. Like most kind, bringing on the light in the rocket night. In the fall, lazy game, learning the brain of the brain, spoken prayer to comfort the objects of his ray. Everlasting fire. Coming back of the losing body. I'm trying to get one of your ionis evil ways. What's created in the living, now destroyed. In the spirit, disregard for their life. They go out in there. Now smell the sin back in our recollection. The living God, exalted high. Please forgive our sin. With you, everlasting fire. Nothing in life, nourishing death, turn of God, destitute, praise of love, losing hope, bond of trust, misconceived, tears erupt, all too well, grant my fear, die and work. Morning of a dying world, too late to reconcile. With you everlasting fire, can you see it taking the world? swings. The darkness you wish to hide. Bearer of ugly truth. Gray, somber morning. The blurry glass, the black cloud. Here comes the messenger, found bringer of dark days. Here comes the messenger, that crow on a tombstone. Stab the grace of death. The posture makes you tremble. Here comes the messenger, found bringer of dark days. Here comes the messenger, like crow on a tombstone. Seek and find you, make you remember. Here comes the messenger, found bringer of dark days. Here comes the messenger, like crow on a tombstone. Hidden under his wings, the darkness you wish to hide. Bearer of ugly truth. On a gray, somber morning, the glaring glass, the black crow. Here comes the messenger, found bringer of dark days. Here comes the messenger, like crow on a tombstone.
The Internet Geeks at IP House are proud supporters of Fresh Air Community Radio. IP House provides internet hosting and access for your community, large or small. More information is available at iphouse.com.
Programming supported by Twin Cities PBS, presenting Be My Guest, a series of 4 events bringing community together virtually to break bread and share religious and cultural traditions. Learn more at tpt.org/bemyguest.
I'll be your guest. You can be my guest. You're probably my guest. I don't know what I'm talking about. Hey, I'm oh, is that kid that doesn't know what he's talking about? Yeah, it is. Sean Lipscomb here. So glad to be here. We're having fun. As I said before, more fun. The fun just keeps coming. There's donuts, people. I mean, come on. You can't go wrong with that. I'm sitting here with Mr. Munch in Studio 4 here for the 3rd annual Metal Meltdown. Lots of calls coming in from people wondering where the hell Democracy Now! Is. Democracy Now! Will return, but for now, it's nothing but metal in honor of a very special person that I've been getting to hear a lot more about with each passing hour here and with each passing day. In honor of Earl Root, who was the originator and host of the Root of All Evil from 1986 to 2008. And was that the one and only? The Doof Lawyer is in the house. So he's going to be coming up here very soon in a little less than 20 minutes. I think that is just the best name for Doof Lawyer. That doesn't get any better than that. We're so creative here. on KFAI. So again, kfai.org. If you want to donate to both the station as well as the LLS Leukemia and Lymphoma Society here. Earl did pass away at the young age, unfortunately, of 47. It's terribly tragic, of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma here. So 10% of the proceeds here today will go to the LLS. There's numerous different things that you can get. $25 gets you the sticker pack, including all 3 event stickers and some retro legacy stickers. $50 will get you a sweet event shirt, not just an event shirt, a sweet event shirt. And then $66.60 will get you both. So there you go. Please give us a visit. Please donate what you can. It's for a great cause. And it, again, is an honor here to be doing this. So thank you again for everybody for inviting me. And thank you for tuning in. If you're not already freaked out, or if you're wondering where Democracy Now! Is, Doof Lawyer is in the house, is getting ready and getting set up here. Can't wait to hear what he's got planned. I think I'm going to have to play a little bit of some doomy stuff. Should we do some? I think that's exactly what it's going to have to be. And I think I know exactly what I'm going to play too, because it's a band, a little band from Wisconsin that dropped a new album recently that everyone was trying to get me to play on my show. And I just apparently thought I was too cool to play it. So we'll go ahead and cue that up here. But before we do that, we were listening to Black Crow on a Tombstone. And that would be off The Age of Nero. Before that, I had to cue him up. Immolation was the band, the Kings from the East Coast. There we heard, I think, the first track off their very first album, Dawn of Possession, which dropped, I want to say, back in 91. Into Everlasting Fire was the song. And then before that, it was Everlasting Fire, the Everlasting Fire from Matt Pike, High on Fire. The song was 10,000 Years, as requested by the one and only Lighthouse Keeper, forever keeping his watchful gaze here on us at KFAI. And we're all very grateful for it. So I left it to you. What did you want to hear? Sleep or High on Fire? High on Fire won out, which is just fine, because I never really play much High on Fire at all on my show either. So it's good. It's good. We're flexing here a little bit, getting comfortable. And then before that, bringing us in off Craft, which I think was the band's first album, it was Vreed. We listened to the song Hell off of that. So totally losing my voice here, which is apparently very easy for me. All right, I'm going to stop ranting. Thank you again for listening. And time for a donut, I think. So if you were wondering what band from Wisconsin that would be, of course, it's Bongzilla. We're going to listen to a song off Weedsconsin. It's going to be Space Rock. I'm going with Space Rock, and I think Doof Lawyer approves of that selection. So I hope you approve of it too, dear listener. Maybe I'll see you on the other side here before Doof Lawyer comes on. If not, I'll see you next Wednesday.
Chasing my soul. Smoke of toxic So we raise the soothing rain. Slowly passing over time. It's the green.
This year's Metal Meltdown is ready to take it to 11. We're celebrating Earl Root's legacy, raising important dollars for KFAI, and MTL companies and Curbside Waste are generously matching $666 with a special gift to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. KFAI is also donating 10% of the money raised today to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Donate now at kfai.org to keep metal alive on KFAI and to help ensure that cancer can never claim the next Earl Root. Donate now at kfai.org.
Hi, it's Barney from Napalm Death, and you're listening to Root of All Evil on KFAI. Did I get that right?
Right on. All right.
Programming is supported by the Ordway, presenting the Flint Hills Family Festival, with activities for the whole family, including student matinees, art-making activities, and workshops, all from the comfort of your own home. June 1st through 12th. Information at ordway.org.
What a time. What a blast. I had fun. We've got some clapping. Oh, well, thank you. Mr. Munch and Doof Lawyer, whom I've met for the very first time here today. You're going to want to stay tuned because he's coming up right here, right now. Thank you for having me. I will be back here next Wednesday from 2 to 4. But for now, we'll hand it off in the more than capable, I'm sure, hands of the one and only Doof Lawyer, who's part of the Root of All Evil crew, right?
I am.
Okay. Oh, let's say that one more time. Oh, wait, that would be mic number 1?
Hello.
Yeah, that's
hey,
the
everybody.
one.
Hey, Twin Cities.
Sean, so it is Root of All Evil.
It is.
All right. I'm glad I got that right.
Sean, thanks for being here today. Thanks for doing this. This has been, I've been so excited all day long, all week long, all month long. Munch, you too?
Oh, sure.
It's good to have you in the studio.
Let's do it.
Yes, thank you.
No, thanks to everybody. Thanks to the listeners. I just checked the donation site.
Ooh,
we're up to about $1,500. We have a goal of 4,000. Wow. You guys, we can do this. We can make this happen. Thanks for all the love. Thanks for all the support. Thanks to the station for letting us do this for 3 years in a row. And I'm going to kick this off. While we were I'll say this. While we were planning this, I mentioned to the rest of the gang that I kind of wanted to start my segment with this, and No Name Nate chipped in that he had the exact same idea. And I feel, and I urged him to do it anyway, and we'll just double up on the funny, but he did not. So I feel kind of bad because I feel like I'm robbing Nate of the glory, but regardless, we're going to kick things off with 2 Simpsons themed metal bands. We'll start with Dr. Colossus, and this is a track called Pick a Bar, and we'll talk about them later. Enjoy.
Watching Ryan Bartlett Santa's little helper box, running naked from my box. Barring thing was rated R. Can you break my broken heart? This time I think I've gone too far. Slowly melting in my car. What the hell is picked up bar? Quitting war is proving hard. Can't bend my broken heart. A broken back in a violent spot. Slowly melting in my car. What the hell is makeup for? Jerry the cowboy, Jerry the cowboy, big tipper thing is Alan the cowboy. Jerry the cowboy, Jerry the cowboy, the big tipper thing is Alan the cowboy. Jerry the cowboy, Jerry the cowboy, the big tipper thing is Alan the cowboy. Jerry the cowboy, Jerry the cowboy, the big tipper thing is Alan the cowboy. Jerry the cowboy, Jerry the cowboy, the big timber thing is Alan the cowboy. Jerry the cowboy, Jerry the cowboy, the big timber thing is Alan the cowboy. People around the old world, going fat and blind. It's all defeated fools and liars, knowing every sign. They came days of darkness, they came nights of flame. They knew their world was ending, they went in fear and shame. Keep the fires alive. All is that we should be, all is set to rise. Now there are no cities, no tyrants and no slaves. No more life is ruin, a new one in its place. Hammer,